Oh, this is my favorite scene from this episode. He did not just make that guy drop his ramen bowl. Hey guys, today we're heading into Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 2. I am so excited to dive into this one. I'm loving all the Gojo scenes we're getting to see, especially now that we're seeing more of Gojo and Geto's background and I guess their past friendship and how everything sort of unraveled. And I'm also liking that we're seeing kind of the past selves of Jujutsu Kaisen characters that we saw in Season 1. So let's get into it. The way he's just calmly making himself tea as he's torturing the guy. No, he's a savage. The tongue. Is that the guy we saw from last episode that was acting all cool, leaning on the railing and saying, "Oh,
so you're Gojo. I've heard a lot about you."
I mean, I kind of expected a little bit more from him. They did give him a little bit of a monologue. But really, he gets like a little monologue and then that's his ending? Kind of disappointing. That's all it took for the organization to collapse? I kind of like that in Jujutsu Kaisen, that our side actually has more of the OP people. Like we have the Gojos, Getos, at least while he's still good. What I say. He's not a very good gambler if he bet everything on one race. What'd I say? He seems like the worst type of dad. I mean, not only is he a sorcerer killer, he's also a notorious gambler who never actually wins any money either. And forgets his kid. My evaluation of him is plummeting. I'm usually not a huge fan of flashbacks and this much background, but it's Gojo's, so I'm finding it interesting so far, and especially Geto as being part of it. And it seems like Gojo's part of like a power trio himself. I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is notorious for having the most wholesome openings and ending songs, and then the context is like characters leaving the storyline left and right. So I have my guard up. Ooh, reverse curse energy. Bruh. I feel like we all have that one friend who's really good at something but just terrible at explaining things. Because it comes so easy to them, so when they explain something to you, it's almost as if they're speaking a different language. It's like, no, I need a written out guide, I need steps. And there's like, oh, you just do this and bam. How am I supposed to understand in terms of sound effects? Bam. It's the notorious Princess Carrie. I love her. She's got spunk. I agree. He does seem like a liar.
何に乗っておるのじゃ。これは前髪の方の術式です。
Aw, the Chris is kind of cute.
どうかでおセンチになってんだろうから、どう気を使う。
Aw.
天元様はわらわで、わらわは天元様なのだ。わらわの意志、心、魂は同化後も生き続け。
I'm kind of surprised. I was sort of expecting one of two things to happen. Either she doesn't know and she truly buys into the fact that they're her allies, and then they'll be, in a sense, betrayed by her and assimilated into Tengen-sama against her will, or that she knows and it's a sort of quiet acceptance. But I like her look on it. It's very refreshing. She clearly is aware of the situation and seems like she's sort of embracing it.
学校、黒い、今何時じゃ。まだ昼前。
Mood.
やはりが。
She was thrown out of a building and she's worried about school? I mean, one might argue if there's a point to worrying if she's going to be assimilated anyway.
同化後彼女は天元様として高専最下層で結界の元となる。友人、家族。
Oh, that sounds like living life in a dungeon.
ですからせめてご友人とは少しでも。
それじゃあなたが家族だ。
I like her. She seems sweet and she seems to be the only one really thinking about her.
いよいよスタートです。
This absentee father. Ooh, that was kind of trippy.
の届く範囲で護衛させろっつったのに、あのガキ。
It's funny because Gojo doesn't seem like the type to do as he's told ever. So the fact that there's someone else who can kind of rival him in that aspect it's nice. I feel like it's a little dose of karma.
あっちには五条悟がいるんだぞ。あいつが近くにいる限り、星漿体はまず殺せない。お前もか。
I wonder who's stronger. My gut says Gojo's stronger between the two.
神経を削ってもらう。
He did not just make that guy drop his ramen bowl. What a jerk.
いや、
He's not gonna compensate him for the bowl at least?
もちろん星漿体は殺せねえから、ただ働きだ。こっちの話。おっと。
And he left food behind too? I don't like him. Fight, fight, fight.
神使いのそれだ。おまけにその若さ。考えていることが手に取るようにわかる。
That's his first mistake. Underestimating Geto.
わしが近づいてくることはまずないと考えておる。近接嫌いが近接を警戒していない。
Huh? What kind of transition is this? Oh, it's an illusion, isn't it?
助け。お前助け。
Oh, I feel bad for him.
そのわしにも屈託なく接してくれた唯一の友達。
At least he gets to go with a fond memory of his old friend.
そうか。そうまとう。誘ったな。
A little ruthless.
あまない。
何リコ彼氏。
Oh, her classmates seem adorable. They seem really sweet.
Yeah.
What is this fan service? And the posing too? Isn't he on the job?
身内とはいえ勝手に入られては。あとこれ私のテレバン。
She thought she was discreet. I do feel bad for her. I mean, true, if you teach in an all-girls school and you work all the time, where are you gonna find time to meet someone? She's shooting her shot. Wait a second. How old is she? Because if Gojo's in high school and Amane's in middle school, and this teacher, youngest she could be is like in her early 20s. I don't know how I can support this actually. Actually, don't shoot your shot here.
しろ。
なんか浮いとる。うわっ
The way he's just carrying her like a little luggage.
術師でもないチューブを殺して3000
How
万
does he see after just one? How does he see out of just one eye?
やるなら黙ってやれよ
I'm looking forward to seeing her fight. With a mop too.
お嬢様から何も奪うな。殺すぞ。
I like her.
式神。
いや式神とは少し違う。
A clone?
式神じゃねえ、分身だ。
Aha.
なんだそれ
I can't even touch him.
俺の術式はさ、収束する無限級数みたいなもんで、俺に近づくものは
Well, I really do appreciate the explanation of his technique. I'm hoping that Gojo doesn't actually do this for every single enemy he meets. It seems like a bad idea.
超疲れんの。
Why do I feel like he did not understand any of that? Oh, this is my favorite scene from this episode.
こっちは無限の発散。
The show off.
赤。
A moment of appreciation for the art. I mean, some panels I feel like, okay, they're nice, but they're not exactly, you know, my jaw isn't dropping. But here, the slow-mo scene where everything's frozen in time or with the glass floating, it really pulls you in. Ah, I love this. Oh, he wasn't consistent with Ren? I'm so used to Gojo being perfect that I'm surprised that it didn't always work.
どうしよう。黒いが。黒いが。
No! They better not be setting me up for heartbreak here. Another good episode. My favorite scene was definitely the glass breaking scene. Although we learned a lot here. I'm surprised that Gojo wasn't consistent with his red technique. Because we see him use it, I wouldn't say pretty often, but we've seen him use it pretty consistently in other fights in season 1 and the movie. I am very curious on what the dynamic will be because I have a feeling that they're all going to build a pretty close bond. Even if, you know, they call her the star vessel, she seems like her personality-wise and the time that she's going to be spending, I can already see a bond forming between her and Gojo. I'm a little curious about where Fushiguro is going with this because it seems like, okay, he's the assassin that's hired and he's biding his time to wait and somehow, I guess, either take out Gojo or eliminate Gojo as a threat so he can get to the star vessel to collect the money. And it seems like he really is just doing this because of the money, I guess. I don't know how I feel though because they're really setting him up to be this sort of absentee father figure. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes down. Lots of questions for me, but not a lot answered in this episode. I'm excited to see the next one. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite scene in this episode, and I'll see you guys soon.